I've been carrying on a dialogue between the landscape and the female body. I am overwhelmed by the feeling of having been cast from the womb. Through my earth body sculptures, I become one with the earth. I become an extension of nature. Nature becomes an extension of my body. Hi, my name is Mackenzie King. I'm a dual degree student in art and design and program in the environment, and this is my project, Grown from Sustainable Futures. So in summary, my project is a self-sculpture made from a material called mycelium, which is a vegetative root that's usually associated with mushrooms. For the mold making process, I recruited a team of friends and artists who knew their way around the body a little bit more than I did, but none of these people had ever made a life cast before, so it was really an adventure for all of us. But basically, the mold making process is mixing 2 parts silicone and then applying it to the body in layers. And once that's complete, you put a hard shell of plaster around the mold so that way it'll hold the model steady when you go to cast it. But the hardest part for me was just laying there. It was a lot harder than I anticipated and quite painful to sit there for about 3 to 4 hours, but I'm really thankful for the team of artists and friends that helped me get through it. The main goal of my project was to engage further with my understanding of my own body and the environment, and to question my role not only as a human being on this planet, but also as an artist, and whatever the artist's role is in growing more sustainable futures. My inspiration for this project was surrounded by ideas of ecofeminism, the body, and the environment. A lot of my work has focused on the female nude and body politics, so I was thinking about ways in which I could engage these with the environment. Research and funding are the things that hold every sustainable material back from the mainstream. I think it's important that as artists, we start to show people the new sustainable materials and what they're capable of, showing people a new path for building in this contemporary era. Mycelium is a really cool material. It has applications in replacing plastics and styrofoam, but also is being explored in spaces like vegan bacon and building materials. And I think that's because it has the foundation for something that we really want to see in the future, which is materials that are strong, moldable, and most importantly, something that leaves our environment better off than when we started. The thing I enjoyed most about this project was the mystery. I realized as I was putting my mycelium into its final mold, like, wow, this just might not work at all. And I had no precedent for what was going to happen when I took it out of the mold, so it was really exciting to be truly surprised by the material every step of the way. The mycelium that I got was from a company called Vegetative, and they're a company that specializes in consumer grade mycelium. So you mix the mycelium with flour and water to activate the mixture, and then you wait for it to grow for about 5 days. And once it's grown to a solid white color, you actually break it up. And this makes the mycelium stronger when it grows back the second time around, kind of like a bone. And I put this into my mold after mixing it for the second time, and I left it there for about 7 days, and then I take it out. And in order to stop the mycelium from growing, I put a bunch of box fans around it in my basement to kind of dry it out. I hope that people realize how essential each and every individual body is in building sustainable futures. We have to do it not only for the earth, but also for ourselves. All of our actions and our bodies are part of this ecosystem. I've learned that if we want to build something sustainably, we can. It will often involve a lot of challenge, discovery, and failure, but doing so makes us stronger, smarter, and more connected to our materials. So I think this is something that's extremely important when we start to seek after the future of our planet. I want to thank every human being who's believed that I could make something that I once only imagined, to Michael Rodemer and Sally Clegg for giving me the tools and hope that I needed, to Rebecca Modrak for challenging me, believing in me, and helping me grow, and of course to Evan Parnas, Jonah Schifrin, Demetrius Markman, and Shannon Young for covering me in silicone at my most vulnerable moments, and of course to Luke Wood for following me around with a camera through all of it. I cannot thank you guys enough.